Hi, you're watching Half Asian Tarot Queen, and I'm Lisa. I'm here to do a reading on the solar eclipse. So I'm going to start with the Mystical Shaman Oracle and see what's going on. I did a reading for the lunar eclipse that just happened, and it was all about sort of like, I'll put it up here, like breaking through, almost like chains that were holding someone back, and then this is, you know, eclipse season, obviously, so there's like a lot of shifting. I mean, I've been feeling like the energy has been really intense. Also, it's like there's been like a lot of truths like that have been getting exposed. It's been like very kind of like one right after the other popping off, you know. Anyways, it's been an interesting eclipse season thus far, and maybe like some kind of epic climax to expect for the solar eclipse. Okay, so at the bottom we have the Witness. So this is a card of like unfolding, and it's a card of sort of like, you can see this person is in alignment with the moon there. So it's like, it's a card of alignment and a card of allowing. So it's like, there's not really like an active, anything needed to be done like actively. Like if you have like, you know, listen to your inner guidance and come into alignment with that, like there's nothing to be done. Like it's just a matter of allowing it to unfold. That's the underlying energy of this eclipse. So it's sort of like all will be revealed. We have Standstill, we have Heart of Sky, we have Rainbow, and we have Blade. So, I mean, what I'm getting from this sequence of cards is sort of like, almost like being ushered through this gate. I'm getting like all these like biblical stories, you know, like for example, like with the Noah's Ark, which I think there was a reading where this came up a long time ago that I could put up here. But, you know, it's like everyone thought he was crazy, and he's like, no, there's going to be a flood. There's going to be a flood. And nobody believed him. But then, you know, there was this epic storm, and then all was revealed. Like, you know, he had already aligned himself with his destiny. And so then when it all came, like he was ready and, you know, it's time to go. You know, that's the kind of energy that I'm getting. So with Standstill, we get, you know, this is someone who's just sort of almost like an antenna, like they're listening for the guidance. They're not doing anything actively, you know, they're just doing the work of coming into alignment. And then we have Heart of Sky followed by Rainbow. And to me, like this sequence, it's kind of like, this is a person who's sort of like, you know, in alignment with what they're hearing in their heart, and then, you know, this path opens up before them. And then like with Rainbow, we have, you know, this bird is like totally in alignment with, you know, the sun, the moon, and all of their, you know, chakras are aligned. And so it's almost like there's this wind at their back, you know, it's like you're being led onto this path because you've already done the inner work. So this message is coming through really strong with this solar eclipse. It's like, if you've already done the inner work to come into alignment with this moment, then there's nothing to be done. And then we have the Blade, you know, and it's like, this is a card of the truth being exposed, but it's also, you see how it's lined up with these cycles of the moon and the sun behind it. Like, it's just, I mean, like every card here is kind of really reaffirming this same message. The work has already been done. the truth is going to be shown, and the way for it is going to open up. Like, and I feel like this came through on the lunar eclipse reading, where it's just sort of like, it's like this epic shift, and like almost like, you know, like Indiana Jones, where these stone doors, like, you know, open, and then it's like, oh, you know, like, you can, it's like this person has been almost being blocked or sidelined, you know, and then something is going to shift profoundly during this solar eclipse that's going to like basically create the opening, and it's not going to require them to do anything. It's just going to happen like naturally. That's the message that I'm getting. It's like really coming through strongly. So that's interesting. I'm going to go to the angels and ancestors group. Okay. And we'll see what we get. We'll just do a little split here. This is like, it's almost like divine intervention. Like, for example, like a situation where like a work situation where, you know, like say you have this boss that's been taking credit for your work, like, and it's been this super unjust situation that's been making you miserable forever and kind of like holding you back, because no matter what you do, then that person just takes credit for your work, you know. And then it's just been feeling super unjust because, you know, they just keep getting promoted, and you're like, why is this person getting promoted? They're like completely incompetent. They shouldn't even be my boss, you know, that kind of thing. And it's sort of like, due to, it's like you're not even, you know, like you have plenty of reasons to try to plot to like get them removed, for example, but you don't. You're just focus on yourself, doing your own work, you know, not even engaging in anything like that. But then due to their own blunder, like at a giant staff meeting in front of the whole office, they like kind of like expose their own incompetence in this just blisteringly obvious way that no one can ignore. And then like the truth is shown and karma happens. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting. Okay, so all right. So from the angels and ancestors, these two cards kind of fell out. So we got Hermit, retreat and recharge. So again, like there's nothing to be done. Like the work is inner. That needs, you know, it's like if the person had like been plotting and scheming to get their boss fired, then they wouldn't get this outcome, you know, like, because they would be like kind of on the same level as the boss, you know. But so the work needs to be done on yourself. Like, take this opportunity to go inward, focus on yourself, and be in alignment with your own guidance. Then we have summer, back in joy and light. So it's almost like this exposure is going to happen, and by summer things are going to be more settled. And then we have star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. So yeah, like there is going to be a lot of chaos that's going to unfold from this event, and the best thing to do is like focus on yourself, your own guidance, and you know, what you're hearing in your heart about where you need to go, because by summer it's going to be a different story. That's kind of what I'm getting. So let's see, what will I do? I will go to the Light Seers Tarot and see if we can get a little bit of a storyline. Right when I pull right when I pull the deck out, we have the Six of Swords and we have the Ace of Swords. So again, like this is like being ushered from like, this person is on a boat. They're being ushered from like a bad situation to like a more promising situation after this truth is exposed. So it's almost like that transition is going to take place between now and summer. But I'm going to shuffle and see what else comes out. Okay. Interesting. So at the bottom we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this new opportunity is coming online. We have the Four of Pentacles. So this person is like saving their coins. They're saving up for a rainy day. You know, they're not really spending money. I mean, like one outward example is like, you know, there's all these consumer sentiment reports coming out right now. And like, that's what everyone's doing right now. It's like people are scared to spend money because there's all this doom and gloom about how, you know, the recession is coming and we need to, you know, be ready, you know. And so that's kind of what this person is doing. They're just sort of like focusing on themselves. They're not really, you know, spending any money. They're saving up for a rainy day, and they're just trying to be prepared, you know. And then we have Strength. So it's like this person has, it's like half lion, and then we're like in harmony with this lamb, you know. It's like this person is really strong, but they're not really strong in like an outwardly aggressive, you know, predatory kind of way. This person is strong like the heart of a lion. That just made me think of there's this series on Amazon Prime that just came out, and it's called House of David, and it's all about David and Goliath. And you know, there's this part where like David gets anointed, and the whole thing is like the reason he was chosen is because David has the heart of a lion. And there's this whole thing with him and the lion that's kind of like a sign, you know, for him. So I'm kind of getting that it's like not being like strong in this outward sense, but it's like, it's almost like the chosen people are going to have the heart of a lion. That's kind of what I just got. We got this Five of Pentacles. This person is in this state of loss. It's like injustice, you know. This person is in this state of lack, and it's almost like I'm just getting the Cinderella energy where she does all the work, and then meanwhile her stepmom and her stepsisters are all belligerent, spending all the money, and she does everything. Like that's the kind of energy that I'm getting. But she has the heart of a lion. Like that's why she was chosen by the prince. So this is kind of the storyline that I'm getting. And then we have the Eight of Cups. It's leaving behind the situation that no longer serves you. And I think like this opportunity is going to maybe give someone the resources to be able to do that. So that's interesting. Maybe that's going to be the sort of like triggering event that happens during the solar eclipse, like some kind of opportunity that comes online. So super interesting. Let's see. Maybe I'll go to the Ancient Stones Oracle, and we'll see what we get here. But yeah, it looks like big changes are afoot for this solar eclipse. It's interesting because there's this whole thing about, you know, the lion and having the heart of a lion, and it's a solar eclipse in Aries, which is a ram, you know, which is very fiery, aggressive kind of energy. So it's interesting that this story is coming through. Okay. Okay, so we got the cave, retreat, time out, self-care, slow down. So again, we got that message earlier a couple times. So yeah, like between now and summer, I think this should be the focus, because this new pathway is opening up, but it's almost like you don't have to do anything. The mountains are going to be moved for you, so just focus. It's so funny, when I pulled this up, we got this holy mountain, which is all about like following your inner guidance in your own spiritual quest, and like this mountain is going to be moved for you, so you don't need to focus your energy there. Like that's already happening. Like you just need to focus on yourself. Like that's the main thing. And then we have pave your own way, leadership, courage, forge, don't follow. So interesting. Yeah, so yeah, and this person has got this guidance. They're going towards this guidance. So again, you know, like there's a mission that's being revealed to this witness, and that should be the focus, because this is going to open up opportunities, new pathways between now and summer, and there's it's just kind of like an inevitability. So focus your energy on the right things and all will be well.